Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final 9 holes of the 2023 Canadian National Championships, elevated by Thought Space Athletics. This is the big one on the Canadian Disc Golf Tour. It's worth 1.5 points, 1.5 times the points of the regular ones. I got Casey Hanemayer and Ben Loggins in the booth with me today, finishing this one out.
Final 9, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, we're out here at Dragon Hills for round 3. It's a longer course. It's going to be fireworks on this back 9. If you haven't watched the front 9, go check that out, because this guy, these guys here are putting together some good rounds and some interesting rounds, we'll say. Kalan came in pretty hot, but not doing so hot right now. You got Casey and Joe on the heels of Kalan now.
Yeah, battling.
Hey, Kalan is tied for the lead.
Yeah,
starting the back 9 of the Canadian National Championships.
Yes.
And if you had talked to him at the start of this weekend, he probably would have taken that.
Yeah.
But if you'd talked to him 20 minutes ago, he probably would not have.
No.
So 26, 26, 25, and it's not just the tie at the top. It is stacked at the top.
It's tight now. Yeah.
You guys don't even have to worry about just one another. You guys, there's a crowd. It's just going to be a race.
Everybody's there.
Even on chase cars, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hole 10, it's a par 3. It's a water carry almost the whole way, 330 feet. There is an inbounds island on the left. Technically, what you have on the right is inbounds as well.
Yeah.
But mostly everyone's going to try to just bail out on the left-hand side and get it as close to the basket as you can.
Yeah. Safe backhand play. Just throw it out over the basket into the fairway there. Or try to park it with the forehand up over the trees.
Yeah, I think even our catch cam guys still got a chance to win this thing. Okay, don't die there, people. Holy moly. What a shot.
Casey putting the pressure on Kalan.
Yep. Coming out hot on the back 9.
If he didn't catch the front 9, Casey on the last hole tied it up with Kalan on a dramatic 2-stroke swing. So,
yeah, this is more like what you're going to see. Kind of
That's well done.
For a backhand, that is a very, very good shot, yeah. But that's mostly what you're going to see on a backhand shot, is you're going to see it kind of leaking out into the safe zone or the bailout zone on the left.
And here's Joe. As you can see his scorecard there, very clean and very good front 9.
Yeah.
See if you can keep that up.
Yeah,
he's not messing with this hole at all.
No.
That's what I was saying, that it makes sense to me that if you don't have the big forehand, I don't know, just make sure you're safe and then pitch it over and walk away.
Yeah.
We didn't see any birdies on this hole in the first round, in spite of seeing a couple of really good drives. Wow, this looks really good from Kalan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a great way to rebound. It's gonna have a long putt, but great way to rebound.
That yellow disc has been straighter than it was there. The previous 2 rounds, we've seen that thing flip and hold and hold and hold and hold.
Might be a different disc. Don't know. Going for it here. And that is a very good putt. I think that checks up before it goes in the water, but still
Are we looking at the disc there?
Yeah.
I think you see a little glimpse of blue there.
Yeah, I can understand Joe's play there, just to play in this hole for the 3.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
oh,
wow.
What a putt.
Great putt from Bryan. If you didn't catch the front 9, Bryan's currently playing with an injured ankle or injured heel, and I was actually kind of surprised to see a step putt there from him.
Wow, this is a tester into the headwind.
Yeah, good putt.
Wow.
Yeah, we kind of watched Bryan there. You saw him kind of test out his ankle and didn't feel good, but he still did it and made it, so made it count.
Man, that's a couple of good birdies. So I was going to say with Joe, I understand him playing this hole for par in round 1, but when you hit the back 9 and you're a stroke behind 2 leaders, a little surprised not to see him attack, but at the same time, there's a lot of holes that's only 1 stroke. He's not 4 back.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was close.
Great shot from Casey.
Man, the spotter got a first row view of that one.
Yeah.
Hole 11, it's a par 4, 600 feet. Your first drive is almost all the way out of bounds, carrying out of bounds, and then just kind of want to lay it up into this hillside here and give yourself a chance for the open shot into the green. But you don't want to go too far because there is OB on the left-hand side.
Yep. Very specific landing zone. And then, yeah, really depending on where you land, either you're going to have an easy upshot or a hard upshot. And yeah, make sure you just don't throw it too deep because you can leak out of bounds or go into the bush.
Any thought of going after more off the tee here, Casey? Like putting more height and trying to get all the way up on the flat?
It's just too far. And this wasn't my best release. I pulled it over and it does skip. I knew it was going to skip, but I knew it was way too far.
But that's where we saw Max in the first round. And
so, yeah.
There is a little gap up and over the top there.
Yeah.
It's blind, but doable with good speed control.
Mm-hmm.
Bryan keeping this one nice and low.
That was a little early. So we saw this first round. 2 of our guys on the card threw it early, and Bryan just did it again there.
Almost looked like he cut the corner there, but not quite.
Joe, lots of power. I think this is one of the best drives I've seen, actually. It's like way up.
That's such a good shot.
Oh,
never mind.
Just gets caught up.
Same thing. Right? It's like it looks good, but it's a false. You have to get way around that edge.
Need a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one where maybe you have to believe the T sign. Like it is 600 feet and it's uphill.
Yeah.
It might look like
that's a good shot.
You can get there, but you can't.
And that's that's kind of ideal because then you can do a little bit of a flexy forehand kind of into the green here.
So Bryan is kind of known for his crazy shots here. This is one of them. Very sweet thumber, yeah. But it's kind of like a flat thumber, which he does it unbelievably.
Gorgeous.
So good.
Yeah.
That is nice, though, because he's taking that OB on the right side out of play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that thumber for sure. Joe, a little lean out forehand.
His drive
executed
ended up in a great spot still. Should have no problem with that one.
Well, Joe had so much pace on that drive. On a 600-foot hole, there's, not that much distance left. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Worried about it going too far, but it definitely sat. So,
Kalan looking to grab some momentum back there.
Casey, you might have had the most challenging shot.
It was difficult. I had to kind of funnel it through the trees. Yeah, it was a good shot. But leave myself with the longest putt out of the group. See if I can capitalize.
Got a good wind though. Wind on the top of the disc. Just gotta keep it high enough. That's definitely high enough. Good catch from LeBron James.
Yep. Well, and that's what I was worried about, right? I was worried about the wind knocking it down, but we kind of had, it was kind of like a crosswind. So as soon as I let that go, I was like, oh, I missed. But that crosswind kept it in the basket.
There you see Bryan cleaning up that birdie.
Another star frame here. Very, very good disc golf. You guys are watching.
You guys have had a very, very clean round. And so is Chase Cart from what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody's given anything, and it's cool to watch.
Is anyone looking at Chase Cart's course here?
I don't think anybody was actually.
Yeah,
we all knew where we were at, and I think at this time,
you can see Kalan wanted the boost there.
He thought he had it there.
He's obviously more worried about the mistakes than maybe he needs to be.
Yeah.
He went very quickly from being excited to being worried that was going to.
It was going to roll.
Hole 12. It's a par 5, 1,069 feet. This is playing as the hardest hole on the course, both in round 1 and in round 3. It's a challenging one. Kind of got to get your first shot as far as you can into the fairway. Second shot is a layup to the front side of the lake, and then try to get it over.
Yeah, play 4 shots, right? 2 shots on the one side of the lake, 1 to get across. And
I wonder if we'll see anyone get really aggressive here.
I don't think so.
Wow, this looks pretty aggressive. Yeah. You're definitely pushing the right side of the fairway more than you did in the first round.
Well, but I slipped the first round.
True.
So that's what I was trying to do the first round.
I would say that's better than any drive we saw from anyone on that first round.
Yeah. I got that one out there nice and clean.
Man, a lot of green on the cards here for you and Bryan.
Yeah. Bryan, this one was scary. It was lifting right out of his hand. Got to dig.
Oh, no way.
Jumped. Bad luck there. He just hit the one patch. Actually, we talked about it down the fairway.
Just
he hit
hard
the one
ground.
patch that was hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like it was on a digging angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's card here as well.
Joe, big snap, gets it to flat. That's perfect drive.
I love it when you can hear the disc snap out of his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Not anywhere near the OB. Well, it is near it, but it wasn't
Yeah, he's
any.
walking on a downslope too. But I guess as long as he's not throwing the crossing shot, it doesn't matter that much.
You're not trying to cross. That's that stable force again. Nobody was really worried about that. It was coming out.
Casey, now you have the one-stroke lead here. So
Yeah.
Kalen's probably feeling the pressure. He's got a rebound, and maybe actually that could take the pressure off because now all of a sudden he's not trying to hold on to a lead, but he's got to be aggressive now and try to get that stroke back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, at this point, I don't even think I knew I was in the lead. I thought I was tied with Kalan still.
To be honest, I didn't even notice it either when you guys, obviously it was the birdie across the water there. I was, in my mind, I was thinking you guys were still tied, but.
Bryan with good shot after his OB stroke. Good spot to go across there.
Man, it's tight with the whole lead card.
Yeah, no separation.
4 players, all within 4 strokes.
Fortunately,
this
Bryan
is
has
so
the
good.
Bryan has the OB stroke on this one, but that's
Good shot.
That's good. Getting nice and close to the lake side there, so
Yeah.
and still keeping your footing nice and flat.
Going to that foul core.
Yep.
A little bit
Yeah, I
of
thought I
flip.
threw this perfect, and then it just kind of kept funneling. Like it just kept going to the side, and I'm like, oh, let's get
There's
too
nothing
close.
wrong with that, though, is there?
I was just worried about it that I was going to go into the long
Oh,
grass.
too far right.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. And Kalan with the hyzer out over the water.
Something weird with this plant foot there. I don't know
Good shot.
what happened there. Did you see that? I
I didn't notice.
don't know if he hopped out of his stance or if he slipped or.
Here's Joe for his bit across the lake.
Surprised to see him to go to the forehand
I'm
across
surprised too, but looks like he's comfortable with it.
here. Oh, the wind is killing that.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he threw the
Oh, yeah.
the forehand. The wind is pushing at her back right now, or kind of cross right to left. Bryan taking it really wide. Let it swing in.
Sure, the Tynals.
Hit it.
Boom.
Oh, my.
Tynals taking effect because, yeah, that was a good throw.
You could see the shock on Matt's face there holding the camera.
Just deep of the basket.
That would have
That's close.
damaged the basket. Wow. You got to like the chances of these prodigy targets catching with that much speed, too.
Yep, definitely. Good shot from Kalan. Get in. Oh,
That's a great throw.
Great shot.
super smooth.
Yeah,
Right.
for Kalan, if he's starting to feel the nerves now too, right? You just can't be too close. Every time you don't have to sweat out a 25-footer, it's gonna take it easier on the legs.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm always shocked during these tense rounds like this how exhausted my legs are just from holding the nervous energy.
Yeah. Joe.
Wow.
Well, not only that, but this is a longer course, so
Yeah, there's a lot of walking here.
A lot of walking.
That's a big miss from Joe.
Mm-hmm.
That was to get him to 27.
Yeah, he didn't open up his hand on that one. It didn't look like to me. Kind of just short-armed it.
Okay,
Didn't
that's
commit.
29 under for you.
Good birdie. Just keep pace. Can't let anything slip away here.
yeah, Kalan needs to put this one away. Should have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
my.
I think we just gave him the commentator curse.
I completely forgot that happened.
Wow.
Wow.
Bryan.
So
putting it to par.
Kalan and Joe
Yeah.
missing short ones. So Casey, I mean, you've obviously done a fair bit more winning than these two guys. I would
Mm-hmm.
think that it's got to be a bit of a boost in your sales seeing them miss short ones.
Yeah,
They're just pars. They're not bogeys. These
Yeah.
guys aren't going backwards. But
it is
when
a
you
stroke,
see
though.
so many people in the mix like this,
Yeah.
you've got to imagine that no one's winning with worse than minus 30.
Yeah.
Right? When you see that many people.
Yeah.
And then every time you miss a birdie, it seems like it's hurting your chances of getting to that kind of a number.
Yeah, so after this hole, I felt like I was on a heater and I was the one to beat now.
Well, and you are. You've opened up a 2-stroke lead.
Yeah, but yeah.
Max now,
Max is on a heater
tied
as well.
with Brian Thomas making up ground, but too little too late, I would guess.
Yeah. Close.
Another look at our overalls here, just to see the implications of what could happen here. So we got Casey, with this lead, you're almost solidifying
another 150 points.
Exactly. And I mean, Brian's not too far and Max isn't too far behind you. And obviously Austin's still at this tournament too. So shaking up the leaderboard.
So if Casey gets 150 added onto the 260 there, that's 410, right?
Yeah.
So that would mean that, and then the other events are worth only 100 points there. Yeah. So someone else would need to, like Thomas in that case, would need to win 2 more wins.
Yeah.
In order to
be 10 points short.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, this really is to
solidify
the CDGT.
Yeah. Okay.
Hole 13, it's a par 3, 440 feet. It's a great hole. There's the green that you have to obviously avoid, and then obviously OB long as well.
Yeah, lots of danger on this one, and this is where I was like, well, just lay up, right? Because that's the least danger.
I was thinking if you would have learned that. We saw not a lot of good things happen to your card in the first round. So
but obviously,
see if anyone learned a lesson.
And I obviously didn't.
You're not laying up here.
Well, I was.
Oh, you were trying to lay up.
I did try to lay up.
Okay. That's not a good layup.
It's not a good layup, no. So I'm sure everybody sees that and they're just licking their chops now. Like everybody's going to just go for it, right?
Doors open.
Yeah.
You smelled blood in the water with those missed short putts from Kalan and Joe, and now you just give them some blood right back.
Exactly.
Well, that's, I mean, Brian just kind of showed you that, like, he needed to get aggressive there. He saw it, and he wanted to take advantage. Unfortunately, he's just leaked out of bounds.
Yeah, see, Joe, same thing.
He leaked OB.
But leaked OB long, and he's got a short putt.
Yeah.
So
Still putting for the 3, which on this hole is maybe half a birdie.
Yeah.
The 3 feels like.
Yeah.
And I mean, Joe going out of bounds, it just shows that
it's a difficult shot.
It's a difficult shot, but you, like, it's hole 13. You're running out of time.
Yeah.
You have to get aggressive.
Yeah,
this looks like a really good swing.
So Kalan absolutely parked this first round, he said to me. And then this was horrible. Got a huge skip. And you'll see when we get down there, but it was very bad luck.
Oh, yeah.
It funneled between the boards.
Are the boards the line?
Yeah.
The boards are the line. You don't see that very often.
Is it provision?
Wow.
No, it's OB, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so he funneled through those boards.
It is OB.
Yeah, just talking about the
just to make
where Casey's disc landed was not hazard. It is OB.
Yeah. So the only reason I'm doing that is...
Let's go to caddy cam for a minute.
Caddy? Yes, sir. What do you think? Maybe jump putt. Depends how far.
You haven't done that yet. Does that matter?
Hmm?
You haven't done that yet. Does that matter for you?
Done what?
A jump putt. Have you?
Yeah. When? What do you mean?
Okay, so Joe has confirmed the right decision is the jump putt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is some good caddy work though. Making sure Joe knows he hasn't jump putted yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. I wouldn't want that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It just didn't get into the chains enough.
Yeah.
It's online.
Yeah.
But it's just uphill.
Yeah,
it just runs out of speed.
I think it legit was because that basket is on an angle. It's leaning backwards like that, and it hit those chains, and the basket just kind of pushed it out.
Like if that putt's harder, it gets into them, but it just pushed right off the side.
Good putt by Brian.
And that's
there.
a great putt from Brian.
So he
gained a stroke. 3.
Yeah, gained a stroke on everybody there.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I was going to say about that hazard rule is I can't remember who that was, but I remember somebody doing it. And in the back of my head, I was like, well, I have to make sure this is the rule, that it's OB and not hazard. So I don't do a misplay and I get a stroke. Yeah. So that's why I was asking.
Can always play it out both ways.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're not sure, but I guess if you were sure, then you're sure.
And that's why you heard someone say provisional at the start, just in case, knowing your options.
Yeah.
But there we have another look at Brian's putt there. It's not often that you gain a stroke on the card with a par,
No.
but that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Keeping himself in this tournament, really.
Yeah.
Hole 14, it's a par 4, 385 feet.
Short.
Yeah, short par 4. Pretty straightforward first shot. All you have to do is throw it pretty much up to this gap and then give yourself the best opportunity to get through this tight gap into the green. There is a OB near the green, which presents its own challenges.
You have to be pretty precise. Like, it obviously you don't need any distance off the tee,
No.
but I do feel like it's still a demanding tee shot because of how
definitely.
short your window where you're going to have a look at the basket is.
Yeah, for me, what I found in practice, it was just a full putter throw. So if you just throw a full putter, nice and easy, right, and then it kind of lands in that area.
Yeah, that's good to know. It'll be interesting to see the approaches you guys all take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think Bryan here is throwing a zone, I
He's
believe.
putting it closer to
And
that
he's
edge
going
too.
it through, so that is an absolute perfect shot.
Great shot. He actually has a look there for
Yeah.
the eagle.
Yeah.
Man, interesting to see the body language of everybody as we look at the camera from the back there. You can see like Kalan on the bench,
Yeah.
a bit sad. Bryan is obviously very energized.
Yeah. Yeah, after getting the
Perfect distance
getting
control
the par.
there.
Yeah. Joe, same thing.
This looks really good.
Very stable disc. Just throw it into the mouth. Both him and Bryan are in very good position there.
Okay, it's that fairway driver from Kalan, I think. This looks a little early, maybe.
I think that's good as well.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm the furthest away,
yeah,
and
you landed right where you're trying to land.
yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously the farther away from the gap, the more forgiveness you have in your
Mhm.
distance.
But the execution here is just not good. It's not good.
So short of that wall is OB.
Yeah.
So you have to have more height on that.
Yeah.
And you can tell that
Oh,
what
yeah.
just happened there.
Yeah, it's a very, very bad shot.
So you've got 2 strokes on Kalan, and he could get potentially both of them back.
Yeah. So that's a good shot. In the chip still. That's 20-footer.
And I mean, the other thing to keep in mind here is you don't get to advance to
I
the
thought
front
Bryan
side.
was making this.
Oh,
I think he thought the same.
Yeah.
That was not the throw of a man who wanted to have a 10-footer.
No. Yeah, so I have to play exactly like you said. I have to play from the short side of the OB.
Which we saw Thomas make one from
Yeah.
the short side.
That's a good shot.
Oh, that's
That's a-
barely over the wall, though.
it's really smart of him to wedge his disc between those rocks, really make sure it
Yeah.
stops.
Yeah.
And here's that putt. It's a uphill.
You're protected from the wind in here, it looks like.
Pretty
at least.
disappointed though. Like it was
Oh, my God.
it was a pretty easy putt, and I shouldn't have let that. I shouldn't have thrown it in the OB in the first place. So, but that's disc golf.
Here's
Good putt
Bryan.
by Bryan.
Really
So
confident.
he's on a
putt.
mission now, right? You
Yeah.
can tell he feels the blood. He smells it.
This has been a round of momentum.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big switches for
Like
sure.
we saw Joe out of the gates,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we saw you clearly take control.
Yeah.
Kalan.
Oh, my goodness.
Luckily he's inbounds.
So he did the same thing as Thomas did. First
Luckily
round.
inbounds on the far side of the gully, like Thomas in round 1. But still, that's one that he wants. He
So
wants
all
that
of
one.
these missed putts have been just not able to open the hand in time.
Yeah.
And then the opposite.
Joe also getting a stroke here.
Yeah. Good birdies though. 2 ways to play the hole. Other 2 ways not to play the hole.
And after the tee shots, it looked like we were looking at a star frame.
Yeah.
But the moat shows its teeth.
So that's the thing though, is like after he missed that putt, after Kalan missed that putt, I was like, or after I threw it in the OB, I was like, well, we're tied up now. And that's what I thought, right? And that's what was my mindset. And then I didn't lose a stroke to him. So
Yeah.
it was, this golf is like or just golf in general. It's just weird mind game.
Yeah.
And people don't realize how much mental goes into
For
goes into
sure.
this sport.
We saw Joe there with another jump putt approach. So
Yeah.
building off
2
the
in a
jump
row.
putt approach from the previous.
Here's hole 15. It's a par 4, 500 foot. most of these guys are going to bail out on the left-hand side and then have a nice, easy approach into the green here.
Yeah, I think everybody's playing that just hyzer out over the
Just
water.
avoid the water as much as you can.
Yep. Yeah, there's no point of trying to go for anything this late in the tournament.
If you haven't been to Thunder Bay, definitely worth checking out. One of the things you didn't see there that is definitely at Thunder Bay is fireworks, because that is what's happening here in this round right now.
The Thunder.
The Thunder.
Man, Bryan is on fire. Still 2 strokes off the lead.
Yeah, Brian's feeling it though.
So we saw Bryan continue the fire. We saw Joe with the bounce back birdie.
Yeah. And me and Kalan opening the door for them. And the people on chase card as well.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, you think about, look back to the starting of the round.
That's
when
a
you saw
good
Kalen's
swing.
car and you saw Bryan at the bottom of the card.
Yeah.
Now they're tied up.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a good shot. He's going to have another jump putt approach. He could maybe flirt with the make there from that angle.
Mm-hmm.
See how Casey rebounds after those 2 bogeys.
This looks like a little more aggressive angle than you took before.
Mm-hmm. Ends up
Just
in the
making
exact
sure
same
that you're
spot,
not
though.
short. Is that the main thought
Yeah,
here?
that's all I was doing.
Yeah.
Like just don't throw it OB. Yeah.
Kalan with that force in his hands again.
Yep.
So this can be shorter and on the left side. Same thing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Forehand into the green.
Yep.
And you see 4 bogeys on the scorecard there for Kalan.
Yeah, and that's what it really kind of comes down to.
Yeah.
Trying to keep your scorecard clean.
Yeah. Yeah, just a couple of those putts that he had, right? It just got away from him, but that's the thing, he's still right there.
Totally.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, we didn't see a leaderboard check in between these holes, but you have to wonder, who was it? Max and
Thomas is right there too.
Thomas is
Thomas.
right there.
Yeah.
So Brian's trying to just dunk every one of these.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a guy playing with complete confidence.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's gotten that confidence from the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Watching you guys
Yeah.
stumble
Yeah, for sure.
has made him forget about the fact that he hurt his heel.
It's very interesting to see how his body language has changed from the start of the round.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's a different guy.
You know, you start this
cleanup.
round, you're injured, feeling maybe a little bit sorry for yourself, and
Yep.
now all of a sudden you're still in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Coming down to the last 3 holes of Canadian Nationals, and he's right there. Yeah.
That easy birdie.
So good star frame. Nobody losing, nobody gaining on this one, which it should be on this hole.
Yeah, all you guys playing this exactly the way you guys wanted to.
Yep.
You can see the nerves there, like just by how long, like how seriously Joe took on that putt there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to make a silly mistake.
Yeah.
He's determined to put it on the middle.
Yeah, and this was the 3rd easiest hole on the day as well. So it's definitely a must get for not just you guys, but you know, you think about Chase Card and all those guys that are fighting for their spots as well.
All the throws.
Good look at everybody's form here.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a solid brace, front foot,
And like 4 very different builds. You know,
Yep.
all 4 of you guys just like tall, you know, stout, and obviously Kalen's a little bit smaller, and then Joe's just jacked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody can play disc golf.
yeah, let's look at our scoreboard here again. Casey and Joe, and obviously Bryan on our lead card. Kalen
Max is
Max
so
right
right
tight.
there.
Max is right there.
Thomas kind of fell off a bit.
Yeah.
So Thomas
really, he's
25.
only
That's 3
25.
strokes back, but I mean he's got 1 hole
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that's too much.
Yeah. But the 16, 17, man, are both holes that you can There's stroke swings on these 2 holes.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say if he was only 3 strokes back from one person,
Yeah.
for sure. But he's 3 strokes back with 5 people in front of him.
The tense music.
Yeah, tense music.
I love
Hole
it.
16, par
Okay.
3, 375 feet. Pressure's on.
Yep.
You
Makes me
got
wonder
3
what's going
holes.
on in that barn when I hear this music.
Yeah. This is Canadian Nationals coming down to the wire.
Yeah.
You know, huge thanks to Thunder Bay for hosting this tournament, and I'm so excited to see how this pans out.
I'm really curious what happens on this
Pressure's on.
hole because I feel like our must be Matt on the editing there, dropping the tense music in. He must know what's going on.
And this shot by Bryan is absolutely perfect.
Oh my
Such
goodness.
a good shot, and that puts a lot of pressure. That's the first tee shot. That
For
puts
the
a
people
lot of
behind him,
pressure.
for sure.
That's a technical shot to get that thing to flip up and hold like that.
Yeah.
Here's Joe
Joe trying to
Is
follow.
this just as good? Get
Go
in
in.
the hole.
calling it for go
Oh
in.
my goodness.
That's
the
scary.
boards.
That's scary on that backside.
Yeah, he hit the boards and it's kept him in. Yeah.
Not a hole that I think you're thinking about acing.
No, no. So after watching those 2 guys, I'm just like, well, just follow them. And I did. I tried to do the exact same thing they did, and it worked out.
Wow. I'm
Swinging
surprised to
it
see
in.
how wide you guys are throwing it. I thought that the tighter flat line that we saw first round from,
Max.
was it Max? Yeah.
Max and Thomas, and both of them.
And you do see a little bit of wind in the trees, but it seems like it has died down
Pretty
quite
calm.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this being more the shape with more
Another good shot.
flip. Wow, what a group of
Great
drives.
shot.
Yeah. Pressure's on, man. We all showed up.
Unbelievable.
And you could tell your whole cart's just feeling it right.
Okay, now some short putt nerves.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And you
Joe.
called it. Short putt nerves.
Yep.
You know, honestly, in a spot like that, you'd almost rather have a 60-footer where you just get to sling it with no fear. It's only opportunity.
It's probably because he's jump putted the last few holes.
Yeah, it's true. And
These are
honestly,
the money
these
putts, though.
putts from that distance are 100% fear-based,
Yeah.
where you can think about how awful it is to miss it, and it's much harder to get excited about making it.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like great players who are good in the clutch, they're still pumped about making a short one.
Yeah.
And somehow you just have to drop the fear and get excited about it.
I mean,
Wow.
look at this. It's still true stroke separation, but we got Casey at minus 29 and then minus 27 for everyone else on the card.
3 out of 4.
Yep.
Man, it does not matter who wins this. Everyone else is going to think about the chances they had.
Yeah.
Because every single one of you guys clearly could have cleaned up
Yeah.
a lot of strokes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we are heading into the final 2 holes, Casey, with the 2-hole, 2-stroke lead.
Oof.
We're heading to hole 17. It's a par 3, 290 feet.
This
It's
one,
an island hole. You miss this,
This is the separator.
strokes.
this could be 2 strokes
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
there's no 1-stroke swings on the hole
Nope.
like this.
No.
And I think that's kind of, you know, we thought about this hole in round 1. Kind of
the
seemed like a
idea.
weak hole, but now that pressure's on,
Yeah.
it's there's a lot on the line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a hole I like, but it is a good finish. The last 3 holes on this course are very, very good finishing holes.
You can tell by the music.
Yeah.
For a situation like this.
The
Yeah,
throne.
for a situation like this, yeah.
Yeah, reminiscent of hole 17 at USDGC,
Yep.
right? The placement.
Yep.
You got a ton of people in the mix,
Yep.
and you have to stick a tiny little island.
Yep.
And not only that, but on the back side, on the right-hand side, there's a crowd watching.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone here is watching.
This looks great.
Yep.
Elevator down from the wind.
Great shot from
Wow.
Bryan. Once again,
such
putting
a
the
good
pressure
shot.
on.
Yeah, see, he's not playing from a spot of fear at all. He's only excited. He probably can't believe he's still in this somehow.
See what Casey does here.
Overstable approach disc.
This
Oh,
one
that
looks like
does not
it's
look good.
going wide.
Not even.
Oh my goodness. So the man with the 2-stroke lead
Yeah.
just says, here's the 2 strokes. Let's make it interesting.
You could tell. I mean, it's Casey, you don't show a lot. That's about as emotional as you get on the course.
Yep.
Hands in the air.
Yeah, I say that all the time, that when I see you after a round, I have no idea if you've shot 10 over or 10 under. You look exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, man, if these other guys
More
can-
blood though. More blood for these young kids.
Yeah.
That crosswind should knock this down.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, you
good
can
shot.
hear everyone's worried about it because they see the angle that it's on. But that wind's blowing left to right. So
Yeah.
there was never a doubt that that was going to get pushed down.
Yeah, it's going to knock it down.
Okay, if Joe can stick this, we're going to have a 4-way tie.
Yep.
And maybe 5-way, with depending on what Max
Chase
has
card.
done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might even be tied at this point.
That's brutal.
Are
That's
you
unfortunate.
kidding me?
Jumped over the boards.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't get the proper bit of crosswind there either
No,
to
he
make it
didn't.
stick.
No.
Okay, you're trying to make this, I would guess.
I was, yeah.
Tailwind knocks it down, settles it up tight. Wow.
Yeah. Gave my cushion away on the
Joe's
loss.
really going for this.
Yeah. Well,
This
Joe
is-
has to make it. Yeah.
Get in.
Oof.
Okay, so Joe's going to be 2 back from all 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, presuming, I better not presume that any of these short putts are going to get made because none of these putts are easy at
No.
this point.
No,
But
not with this pressure.
There's
Oh
Kale, a
my
little bit
goodness,
high.
we see the bar down play again.
stoked. I was gonna mention
Very
that
good putt.
you could tell Kalan was focused on that,
Yeah.
but it's very different
Yep.
than what he has been showing.
And we don't have cameras on us right now, but looking over, I can tell you guys, Casey is still feeling the nerves
Yeah.
from being there.
There's
Yeah,
Bryan.
it's yeah. I don't want to say it, but like giving away in the last 5 holes, giving away 3 strokes is not a good feeling.
Giving away a national championship, every one of you guys,
Yeah,
no matter who wins, the other
I know.
4 are going to feel like they gave away
Yeah.
a Canadian national title.
Here's another look at Kalan on the drive. This is to tie it up.
yeah,
4 people are going to give away a title, and
Yeah.
1 person's going to take one.
yeah,
Wow.
You can see the excitement there.
yeah.
Okay.
I got chills. I'm getting chills right now. This is great.
I feel the opposite of chills.
Okay, we're going to get the leaderboard here? Oh, not yet.
Hole
Okay.
18, it's a par 4, 630 feet. It all comes down to this.
All tied up at 28 under.
All tied up at
Me,
28.
Bryan, and Kalan.
And we got Mando on the right-hand side here.
Got to get this drive over to the right to have angle in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If you guys saw in the first round, you saw Thomas throw the roller, and I believe that is the best play.
Yeah,
Get
we saw
as far
3
as you
drives
can
that
over
were-
to the right.
Yes, 3 drives too far to the left,
Yeah.
left blind shots into this green.
Yeah,
And with OB this tight, you want to be looking at this basket.
Yeah.
You need to be able to see where the disc lands.
yeah,
And the biggest thing is you have to execute.
yeah.
If you don't, and here's a
Here's
chase card
Max.
check.
Okay. So Max is at minus 26.
Yeah.
Oh, and is this from the
For a
drop zone?
birdie.
Oh, no, this is his birdie putt to
Yeah.
get to 27.
And there you
Oh
go.
my
Drops
goodness.
it in. So
27.
he's in at minus 27. So it's a stroke back,
Yep,
but he's still within a stroke. So
yep. And anything can happen on this hole.
Okay, and there was a scorecard error. So on the day, watching from home, those of us watching live scoring, it showed Max at minus 28 when
Oh,
he
yeah.
finished up because the U disc was incorrect. So
Yeah.
we at home thought this was a 4-way
So
tie.
Bryan pulled this over.
This is what we saw from 3
This
of you
is
guys in the first
exactly-
round.
Yep,
Playing it too safe around the Mando.
yep.
I mean, there's obviously still a chance from there, but it's going to be blind and it's going to be difficult.
So Kalan looks like he's going to Big Annie here.
This looks pretty good as long as it makes the Mando.
Oh, it was
it
close.
looks like he just
He made the
wow.
Mando. Yeah,
just made it.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Should be a okay angle from there, I would think.
Mhm.
It's just a lot of distance still.
hmm Yeah, quite a bit of distance. Yeah,
Here's Casey.
You're just thinking about getting this farther
I got
to
to
the
get
right.
as far enough right,
Oh,
and then I
no.
just pulled it over. I threw it really far though, so
Okay.
hopefully this shows on coverage. But there is a backdoor route, but it's over OB the whole way on that backside.
Here's Joe.
So
2
that's
strokes back.
Yeah, he's kind of out of it now.
well, but all 3 of the leaders are kind of out of position.
This
So it would
looks
not
good.
be hard to imagine all three of you guys taking a bogey from where you
But
are.
look at this drive he just
And that's,
threw.
I mean, that's exactly what he had.
Wow.
He had to get really aggressive.
Absolutely perfect drive.
He's in this.
Yeah.
If all three of you guys miss this island,
Yeah.
because you guys have to go for it. You
Yeah.
have to assume that someone's going to make it.
Yeah.
And this is that back door that you were talking about,
Yeah.
Casey. You
Yeah.
can kind of see the angle here.
Yeah.
He's got to crash it to the right,
Yeah.
just like that.
So if all three of
That's
you,
a great shot. From
Oh,
that
my
position,
goodness.
that is a fantastic
man.
shot.
well, there goes
inside
the
the
drama I was going to build. I was going to say that if all three of you missed and Joe made it, you'd be in a playoff with Max.
With
All
Max.
5 of you.
Yeah, all 5 of us. Yeah.
My
Way to
goodness.
ruin it, Casey, for that great shot. Let's see if Kalan can recover from this position.
Still looking for a 3-way playoff.
Yeah. Go.
This has got to go.
There we go.
No
Wait.
way.
Making it.
Just short.
Kalan knows. You can see the disappointment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That disc is 20 feet from the basket and out of bounds.
And out of bounds. Yep.
Heartbreaking.
Okay. So it's just down to you and Brian. If Brian can't stick this island,
Yep.
then you're going to be able to 2-putt for the win. You
Yeah.
won't even have to make that putt.
That's actually a really hard shot that Brian just throws here and does
Towering over the
it
top.
ridiculous.
Oh, my
my
goodness.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a putt off.
But,
From
only like
way out of
3 feet.
position.
yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna say you could tell how much that meant to Brian because he took at least 1 extra
Yeah.
second
It
on
took
that.
1 more second.
Before the approach there.
Yes.
Trying to figure out where he knew where the basket was to land it on.
So Joe here just for
He could
gotta
throw
throw
this
it
in.
yeah.
He's gotta
you
throw it in.
Yeah.
Well, even then, he would need you and Brian both to miss.
Yeah.
Even
But you
if-
see how good that angle was? Like his drive was
good.
so perfect. It makes that shot so much easier.
Yeah, that's
what
a beautiful.
What a tournament from Joe.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to be kicking himself about the opportunities he
Yeah.
had.
Yeah. Yeah. Great tournament by Kalan. as
Oh,
well.
save
Yeah.
for Kalan.
I mean, even though he unfortunately gave it up, that's such a good showing from such a young player.
Okay, Brian, for the win. Or to. Oh my
That's
goodness!
tough. And Brian maybe needed to
Okay.
take an extra second there. Here's Casey.
You guys are tied, so you need this
Yeah.
This is for the win.
for the win.
Canadian Nationals 2023. Can Casey make this putt? And he does.
Oh my goodness!
Ladies
High
and
and
gentlemen,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Canadian National Champion, Casey Hanemayer. That's
Never
got
in
to feel
doubt.
good.
Never in doubt.
Do you have chills now?
Yeah. I had chills at that time too, for sure. Yeah.
What a
In
finish.
the back of my head, though, I was still obviously pissed off. But after I made the putt, it all kind of went away.
And again, what a great tournament from Joe.
Yeah.
Really coming up and showing some really strong talent from these young players. Kalan as
Man.
well.
You got to feel for Kalan in the driver's seat for really almost wire to wire.
Yeah.
But that's the experience. He's got that experience now.
Yeah.
He can take that with him to next year. Now he knows what it's going to take.
He's still in it on the last hole.
Everybody, your 2023 MPO Canadian National Champion, Casey Hanemayer.
Getting the big check from Oz, the wizard named Oz.
Yeah.
Gallery looks on. Wow. That caps off a pretty big month for you.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
A B tier win, an A tier win, now a Canadian national
Thank
champion.
you for everybody to put the tournament on. I'm not going to say much. I've been playing really good disc golf for the last month. I won BC Open and then I just came here and won, so been a pretty good month for me. So I'd like to thank my sponsors, Prodigy Disc and Gander Disc Golf.
Man, a few words, but that win means a lot. We know that means a lot for you, Casey.
Yeah.
We said it before. That's, you're not a super emotional guy, but you could see it coming out there.
Yeah, and it started. I think I was more pissed off at how it happened, but when it comes down to the last hole like that, I know it's really fun for everybody to watch. But as an athlete, as a competitor,
just feeling like it shouldn't have been that close.
Like that. But when me and Bryan went onto the green, as soon as I got up to the green, I'm like, well, I'm not missing this, right? Because that's kind of my mindset when I come to putting. And kind of soon as Bryan missed that putt, it was kind of like, well, I won.
Yeah.
So and that's kind of how I felt on the green at that point.
There you go. Just a shout out to Connell for finishing
ridiculous
really well there.
Eight down at last 7 holes.
Crazy. Let's take a look at our CDGT overall leaderboard. 2 events left to go. Thomas and Bryan could theoretically make it. I guess Max as well, but a lot of those guys playing on tour and whatnot. So yeah.
What a great coverage though, man. Unreal.
What a back 9. The course delivered. It delivered the drama. And so did you guys. I know you guys as players probably all just wish you executed everything.
Yeah.
But if one of you had done that, it would have been a lot more boring.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right. That's it for 2023 Nationals. We have 2 more events coming up. Stay tuned for those. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button.
Subscribe.
Chunky Buckets out.